The time is 7:05 on this Friday.
Oh,
we
yeah.
made it to Friday.
Yeah, it's looking good out there. It's it's clearing.
not.
No, it is. It's clearing.
rainy.
It's not. It's getting ready to clear. It's going to be
Hopefully.
beautiful this weekend.
I hope so.
Warm and pretty.
Yeah, now that I love, and that's a good thing for you because is your yard sale this weekend?
Nope. No, it's still another
Oh.
2-3 weeks off.
Oh, okay. Well, I was ready to get up early
Oh,
and be
no.
an early bird for
Well,
tomorrow.
they're actually. It's going to probably be the second week or third week in March because they got it. It was always set for like the 14th or whatever, the middle of the month. But now that they've found out we got so much junk that they have to put it off one more week because they're just going through it. But come and get your love. I found a bunch of. I've got so many albums and 45s, and I even got some 78s, the old platters from my whole life of basically stealing records from the radio station when I was working there.
I mean,
and so of course we gave them away by the millions, so I would take them and get some. But now I'm trying to clear them out, so I'm bringing them down here so we can put them on the wall, or Baden can do whatever he wants to with them. But we got some pretty cool ones because I used to pull some of the funny, weird ones and the popular ones out. I've even got some that are so old they have the Kicks 106 stickers on them. I have one album that I'm keeping, but it has the original, what they call the Worms Kicks logo, because back then it was ERC-FM. But they went to KXXX or whatever it was, and they had this horrible logo that they only used for about a year, but they got a big sticker on. So I've got it I'm keeping that,
Yeah, you should keep it.
But anyway, I'm bringing a bunch of 45s and albums down here
I love it.
for Piper Peach to use as display or play. You got a player, player.
And you saw the one that we brought in on Monday. I went and got, and there was a lot of, I didn't see all the records that were in that one, but he did show me some of them. And I just get so, I don't know what it is about records when you see them. And
they're wonderful.
You just go, oh my gosh, this one and that one. I mean, it's not anything I couldn't just go straight to YouTube and listen to, but there's just something about it being on a album or a 45 just
I grew
different.
Up in the 50s and 60s really getting into music as a kid, and there was something magical about getting an album that was big, and the album, since it was a big 33 and a third big thing and it had a lot of space, they had to fill the space with something. So you always had a great artwork sometimes on the front. And if you turned it over, remember Phil Hartman that died that was on, what his real talent was? He designed album covers.
I think I remember seeing that.
He's the guy that came up with the Poco, the group Poco, their logo and everything. Anyway, he was well known for being an album artist before he was ever an actor and a comedian. But anyway, you could turn it over and they a lot of times had all kinds of information on the back of the album. So while you were listening to the songs, you might have all the lyrics to every song. Mm-hmm. They always had a thing inside the album. A lot of them, you could pull out that had lyrics, would tell you who all the artists were that played on it. It was really part of the experience of listening to an album was also reading and seeing the pictures. Oh, I miss that. And of course, they ended up going to cassettes and then CDs, and they're so small, they stopped doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like you, I see albums, and I'll just pick up. And of course, if you had an album when you were younger, and all that froze in your brain, it's so nostalgic now to pick up an album, especially one you may have had when you were 9 years old or 11 or 12, and now I'm 7. That's 50 years ago or more. And you're like going, oh God, I remember sitting on the bed listening to my record and reading this and looking at the pictures. Oh,
I loved it when, for my birthday, my parents, we had a whole stereo system that was downstairs in the living room.
Was it a big console thing?
We had that, but there was another one that my dad had gotten. It had the speakers on the side.
Oh yeah, those were the.
And it had the stack. It had the 8-track. It had the cassette. It
Oh
had the
man,
record,
y'all had
and it had the little push thing where you could store your stuff, and and they passed that down to me. And
you
I'm
got
gonna
it?
tell you, yes, they
You
gave
still have it?
No, they passed it
Oh.
on to me when I was in high school, and that was one of my favorite things to do was to play my albums. And I
Mm-hmm.
had those speakers in my mom about turn that music down.
Right.
You know, I was driving her nuts because I was in my room. I was being Whitney or
Right.
or whoever.
Did you have a
you know,
hairbrush,
Paula.
singing into a hairbrush?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was having me a ball, and I was so excited to get that. And it had the stereo too, so
Right.
you could listen to
You could listen
regular
to
music.
FM or whatever. Yeah.
And I had a place for headphones and all that stuff. And I mean, I would just sit and do that. But I just remember how excited I was to have that. But
I know I'd come in from school and go to my room. I had I'd gotten a stereo I first had a little record player when I was a little kid, and then I upped it to a better one. And the family had a big console in the living room, but I would go to my room and I had a little stereo system I'd gotten for Christmas when I was in like the 6th grade, 7th grade. Then I got money and upgraded mine when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to just get home from high school, go right to my room, shut the door, and go through my albums and start playing music and just laying on the bed or sitting on the floor with my back up against, just listen to music. And I did have a cheap pair of realistic headphones from Radio Shack that I could put on, and but that just really was great because it just blacked out everything until you were just in there, immersed in the music.
and we had the little
Hours I could do that.
the stackable thing, so it would play one
Yeah,
record.
drop it, and then another one would
another
drop
would
on top
drop
of
on
it.
top of it.
Yeah.
And I just, man, I love
Those automatic
that.
things
that
were
was,
great.
It was awesome.
Yeah, you
So,
could
oh
listen
my
for
goodness.
hours.
Yes.
Anyway, nostalgia.
Yes. All right. Let's thank our morning show sponsors real quick. But first, let's say good morning to some folks. Good morning, Martha. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Josh. Thank y'all for watching and listening. Morning show sponsors: Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. It's time.
Oh, yeah. I got my 0 sugar.
Yeah, because we're out of the sodas. For
Are you really?
Yeah, I just happened to find this one back there that was a regular. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Yeah,
We're getting good at that.
The regular cherry float cola. I have found one more that I had stuffed in the back.
Those are good. They're like dessert.
It is. They're so delicious. I love it. Good morning, TNT Peanuts. We're still waiting on our peanuts, man.
Does he have peanuts?
Yes, he does roasted and he does boiled. I'm just waiting for him to bring some by.
I love boiled peanuts.
I could eat the mess out of them. I don't want the Cajun ones. I just want the regular old.
I don't mind either one. You know what, though? My daughter-in-law, who is from way up north in Yankee land, lived in Boston and Rhode Island. She's from Rhode Island, Providence. Never heard of boiled peanuts in her life. They don't know what that is up there at all.
How is that possible?
I don't know. It's a Southern thing, I guess, but it ain't no Yankee thing. She'd never heard of boiled peanuts. And so I couldn't wait to get her some good ones. I bought them from somebody off the side of the road, the ones that you just pull over and there's a guy out there with a thing of them.
I know.
Usually
that's the
they're really
best.
good. I took them to her and she tried one and was thoroughly disgusted.
She didn't like them.
She thought that was the grossest thing she'd ever eaten was a boiled peanut. No accounting for taste. That's all I
bless
got
her.
to say. And it wasn't even the Cajun one that, some people don't like. My wife can't eat the Cajun.
Yeah, I
She
can't
doesn't
do
like
those.
the hot. But, oh, my God, my daughter-in-law thought that boiled peanut was a cat turd.
Yeah. Also, thank you to Chilton Chamber of Commerce, Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Putter Up in Pelham, Woods Surfside Marina. They are sponsoring a boat show this weekend. It starts
yeah.
today. It's going to be at the Shops of Grand River. It'll be today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So be sure you go out there and take advantage of that. Thank you to Market 22, This and That Vinyl, and Workout Anytime. And Bill, when we come back,
Yep.
have you seen the announcement for Peach Jam?
Yes, I have
Okay.
it. Matter of fact, they actually,
I
I think I saw it on Channel 6 or something. They
Okay.
showed a thing. It's wonderful.
So I want to talk to you about that. I want to
Okay.
get your insight on that. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Bill, Dollar Bill Lawson,
Dollar Bill,
broadcasting
y'all.
live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Time, of course.
We are back. The
we
time
are back,
is
and
7:18.
I got in such trouble yesterday.
You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here with you on this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm ready for the weekend. Hubby starts back his 7 on, 7 off starting next Wednesday.
Is that good or bad?
So excited. Yes.
He likes it.
Oh, yeah.
That way he gets 7 days hard work, and then he's off 7 days. Oh, yeah. I would love that schedule.
Yeah. Because right now what he's been doing is going in, he leaves at 5, he goes in at 5:30, he gets there by 6, and he gets off at 3.
Oh.
And he's okay with that, except for, he only gets the 2 days off, and he's used to having that 7 whole days off, and he got a little spoiled. So
I've never had a schedule like that at all. We always
me
work.
either.
So yeah, I'm kind of jealous actually of Jeff.
Well, so he gets a 4-day weekend this week. He starts his regular week on Wednesday, and he's very, very excited. And I'm happy for him.
Yeah, me too. That's good.
His new position keeps him extremely busy. Like, he doesn't have any time. We don't really text or anything during the day.
So that way, he is going to be extremely busy for 7 days, but then he gets 7 days to relax. And,
recoup time.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm retired.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what you're jealous of.
Well,
but
I'm jealous of his income. I ain't got no money coming home.
All right, so I wanted to talk to you about the Chilton Chamber of Commerce announced, I think it was it Sunday night or Monday morning? Maybe. No, it wasn't Monday because we didn't talk about it. Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to say. They announced the headliner for Peach Jam is going to be 90s country star Tracy Byrd.
Tracy Byrd. He had so many hits.
Guess where I saw him first?
Where?
You got to know. Where was all these artists, country artists coming to?
Was it a club?
In the early 90s, yeah.
Oh, let's see. Would it be the, what's the club that was out? Was the club in Center Point?
No, it's the one that was in Irondale.
Irondale.
Like Crestwood.
Yeah, what was not the Boom Boom Room? What was-
Midnight Rodeo.
Midnight Rodeo. I emceed that show.
It was he.
Did you?
he
Were
was
you old
there.
enough to go into Midnight Rodeo then?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went in and saw him. I saw him. I saw Neil McCoy,
Yep. We had.
Clay Walker,
Yep.
Steve Wariner,
Yep.
Loverboy.
I kind of remember that.
They
we had
came one
Exile.
night.
Did
I
you?
didn't see them there.
How about what's Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places? Who was that guy? Looking for love, all the wrong. He is a one-hit wonder guy.
BJ. No. Yeah, BJ Tom.
No, Looking for Love. Anyway, he was there.
Yeah, I didn't
I
see
can't remember
him.
his name. Tim McGraw was there on his birthday.
I did not see that
Yep.
one.
I dropped my pants on stage because I was wearing buffalo brief underwear that this woman had made for me. And remember, you just come out with
Indian
Indian
Outlaw.
Outlaw, and I was on the air. I kept saying, I'd like to have me a pair of buffalo briefs. And this woman bought, and sadly bought this like a little micro mini man's underpants, but it looked like, it was like a Speedo. And that was not
Johnny
a
Lee
good
things.
look on me with my legs and everything. And then she put fur all over it. So I had some buffalo briefs, and I wore them under my pants so that
That's hilarious.
when I brought him on
Bill.
stage at Midnight Rodeo, I dropped my pants, and he was not really amused. But it was his birthday, and we had a birthday cake for him on stage, and we had this girl dress quite provocatively, bring it out for him. He was single, a young man.
Yeah.
He got so excited about this girl who was hot as a firecracker that when he went to look at the cake, his guitar raked across the top of the cake, the part where you tune, and threw icing all over the first two rows of people standing in front of the. It was, what a night that was. It was weird.
That sounds
but yeah,
like a
we had,
crazy night.
Shania Twain was supposed to have been in Midnight Rodeo one time. And the beauty of it was, it's hard to believe now. Do you remember the cost of a ticket to see these big stars in Midnight Rodeo?
It was like
They charged an overhead that night, $2.
I was gonna say I didn't even think I was thinking more it was like 10 or something. It was something crazy.
$2 to see Tim McGraw and Tracy Byrd and all
Yeah,
these.
but they were
were
just
hot
kinda-
then. They were,
well, yeah.
that was in the early '90s when Midnight Rodeo was going on, early to mid '90s, and so they weren't. Now, Tracy Bird's considered, an old school country star.
Yeah.
Back then, he was hot country star.
Oh yeah, he was.
And Tim McGraw was just coming up. Shania Twain was just. I remember she couldn't make it because they booked her and everything, and we couldn't figure out how to pronounce her name. We were saying, is it Shania Twain? Anyway, she couldn't make it. She when she was coming to Alabama to play, she couldn't. She had something wrong with her passport, and they wouldn't.
She's from Canada, that's right.
ID. She's Canadian, and she couldn't come. I mean, they had to cancel her the day before because she couldn't. They wouldn't let her in the country for something was weird because she was also part indigenous Indian.
Yes.
Or something. So anyway, there was some problem where she couldn't make it to Alabama or make it to America. So we had to cancel her. But Midnight Rodeo had some amazing stars for $2. But Tracy Byrd is awesome. That's going to be
huge.
amazing.
Because you're gonna have some boomers that are gonna want to see him. You're gonna have all the Gen X.
Right. And even if you like any kind of country at all, you're going to love him, even if you're 12 years old. He puts on a great show, and it's clean, so it's good for family. You don't have to worry about something being nasty or whatever. He's just great, and he's still got it.
Yeah, he does. And here's the thing. 90s country is making a comeback.
It is.
Zach Top is a prime example of 90s country. Luke Combs, to an extent, I would say.
Yeah.
So you've got all these new guys. It comes through my feed all the time. All these new artists, and they're all doing 90s country.
Yep.
Every one of them. Oh gosh, what's this guy's name? I can't think of his name now. I've got like 4 of his songs downloaded. He's 100%
90s country.
Yeah, I love
Well, it was such
listening to
great
them.
music. It
Yeah,
really
it
was. It was like,
was.
you look at rock and roll, and rock and roll music of the 60s and 70s, especially the 70s, had so much character, and they were just so fun to listen to. Such good music. And that's the thing with a lot of country music. Before the 90s, country music tended to be still pretty twangy and rednecky. And then in the late 80s and early 90s, it became a little more mainstream in a good way.
Yeah,
It was just beautiful music. It was great stuff.
yeah.
Great songs.
I mean, you had John Michael Montgomery, you obviously Tracy Byrd, Clay Walker. You had Travis Tritt. Alan Jackson came up during that time.
Right.
Garth Brooks,
Randy Travis.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
some great stuff.
absolutely, and that's all. You think about Joe Diffie, and you think about all that music, and you're just like, it does throw you back. That's why these artists still, when they're making these songs, they do throwback and they throw in names like
Right.
Like George Strait and all these other names.
Some
in
of
it.
these artists are still touring, and they still pack a house in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen some of the groups of the 90s that still are together. They still can pack a pretty good-sized auditorium. They can sell it out, a big venue. That's not even just the little clubs or venue. They can
Right.
do well. And they're still fun to watch and listen to.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I love this whole retro 90s country throwback. I'm absolutely all about it.
Mark Chestnut's still going around.
Yeah,
people like
he's been
that.
having some health issues, but he's
Yeah.
doing it. All right, I want to remind everybody there's going to be a vigil tonight for Maplesville student Caden Blazer Burton. It's going to be at the Maplesville High School gym tonight starting at 6 o'clock. They're asking everybody to wear army green, gray, or black in honor of Caden. They're doing this because Caden got really sick and they really couldn't figure out why. It turns out he's got some kind of really severe bone infection and it has affected his left side, I believe. He doesn't have any movement or anything. So they're just doing a prayer vigil for him, letting him know the community's behind him and praying for him, so you can be a part of that.
How old
we
is
also
he?
I think he looks like to be about 13 or 14. He may even be 12. I think he might be 12 and just is a big kid for his age.
And what we're supposed to wear? What colors?
Army green, gray, or black.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I've got the black on for him today.
Tonight, or this afternoon, starting at 4 p.m., we're supposed to have a baseball game that we broadcast Jemison and Maplesville. As of right now, as far as we know, it is still going to be played.
It's supposed to clear today, so it should be good weather by this afternoon. I mean, the rain stopped, I think, and now what they're saying is the cloudiness will begin to dissipate. I mean, we're supposed to have a beautiful weekend with highs near 80 degrees, like in the upper 70s. So it should be on tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to be
this afternoon.
I'm going to try to get outside a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, now that it's getting warmer like this, I'm kind of getting the the bug.
You know me, I'm starting to look at it out on my front porch to sit out there with my cigar and puff away and talk to everybody.
Well, and also, you were talking about watching the bird. So I had to go to the dentist yesterday. And,
oh yeah, is that the one that has all the bird feeders?
So they had a bird feeder out there that was full of, and I saw there was one. All you saw was its tail. It was a red tail sticking out of the bird feeder, and then there was another one that was in the bushes. They were the cardinals.
Oh,
I
love
was
cardinals.
talking about it. I said, "Oh, the birds are out there." She said, "Yes, they've been coming," and she said, "That's what we're seeing right now. Are the cardinals?" And I was telling her
That's my
about
favorite bird.
that you love to do that. And she said, there's this app on your phone that you can get these bird feeders, and it films the birds as they're eating.
We have one.
And you go to the app, and it tells you what. I said, I got to tell you about it. And you already know.
Oh yeah. We gave Jeanette one last year for her for a birthday or Christmas or something. And the problem is she put it out away from the house for the birds. So, but it had the camera in it so that she could watch from in the house since it's further out.
On her phone.
Well, the problem is the Wi-Fi doesn't reach it. She's outside her coverage area. So I've bought her one of these things that's an extender.
Oh.
And it extends your Wi-Fi coverage.
Okay.
And so when
Now
she
she
plugs
can
that
see it.
in, she'll be able to use it. Now, we've got one that you can, and it will identify the birds
That's
for
what
you.
that's what the dental
It's the
assistant was saying.
dangest thing.
I didn't know you knew about it. I said, "Oh my gosh, I got to tell Dollar Bill about that."
Oh, yeah, I'm all over
Oh,
it.
you're
I'm
already
all over it.
with your little gadgets. Oh,
My
you're
gadgets
so
and my bird.
technical. My goodness.
I'm so excited. And we, matter of fact, we looked yesterday. It's about time for the hummingbirds to come through. And I read an article that said it's kind of bad because the hummingbirds are now, I guess because of global warming or whatever, they're coming early. So they said that now they're coming on an average 2 weeks earlier than
2
they
to
should.
3 weeks, yeah.
So I got to get my hummingbird feeders ready because we left a lot of them at the old house we're selling. So we didn't move them because they were already hung, and I'm too lazy to go up and get them. So I got to buy some new hummingbird feeders.
Well, this weekend's going to be prime for that. I
Yeah.
think all the home improvement stores are going to be slap full with people buying
Bird food
flowers and bird food and
and
all that stuff because it's going to be warm.
Well,
and they're going to be doing it. They're going to be planting that stuff.
The only thing is we could still have a pretty bad freeze. They always say, the almanac would always say, don't plant anything until Easter, after Easter.
Right.
And Easter's a little late this year, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So I'm not going to plant anything or do anything in the yard like that till after Easter. But the birds are singing, and it's a beautiful thing, But I went out the other day and put some peanut butter what I do is I take an apple and just cut the top off, scoop a lot of the apple out, and then put peanut butter in it because birds love peanut butter.
I did not know
And in the
that.
winter, it's good for them because they get some of the oils and stuff out of the peanut oil, which is good for them for the winter, for the cold. And they'll tear the peanut butter up. Well, I looked out the other day, and this dog had found out it's a big dog. He could get up on there and lick the peanut butter off. It's on a stand in the yard. So now I'm feeding birds and a dog.
Well, hubby will get a spoonful of peanut butter and let our dog lick the peanut butter off. He loves it. That dog loves
peanut butter. I don't think peanut butter is bad for anything. I don't think so. I think it's probably good for them. I don't know about, dog. They tell you, never give a dog a grape or a raisin. That'll kill them.
Did not know
Chocolate's
that
bad
either.
for a dog, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think peanut butter is bad for a dog.
Okay.
It's not bad for a bird, apparently.
All right. It is.
Speaking of that, I was in downtown Columbiana yesterday, and I got to see Kathy Hitt. And so I know
you?
Tiger's probably watching. Good morning to my friends Tiger and Kathy Hitt. They have the farm company in downtown Columbiana, and Mary and I went in there, and Mary bought a bunch of stuff for her birthday. Mary's using this birthday thing.
Yeah. Is she had the birthday yet?
No, it's not till tomorrow.
That's what I was going to say. Oh, my goodness.
No, of course not. Mary has decided that now at her age, we aren't going to celebrate her birthday. We're going to celebrate her birth week.
Well, I used to do my birth
And I think she's
month.
working toward month.
I used to do month.
Did you?
I was like, it's my birthday month.
Oh my God. And see,
Bring on the
Mary's a
presents.
leap year baby, so Mary could actually technically have birthday months.
So, plural, yes.
Yeah, we could have February and March as her birthday.
All right, it is 7:34. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some weather that hit parts of Jefferson County yesterday. And there may or might not be a dress code coming up for some airports. So y'all stay with us. We're going to talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs, all conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mayhem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mayhem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you
We are back.
Yes, we are back. The time is 7:38. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Dollar Bill has somebody he wants to say good morning to.
Jamie. Jamie's watching this morning.
Good
One of our
morning,
favorite
Jamie.
people in the world.
Yes, we miss her. Don't get to see
Yeah.
her that much anymore. All right.
Jamie.
So we're talking about how beautiful the weather's going to be later on today and throughout the weekend. Yesterday, that was not the case in some areas.
Boy, there were some
Moody-
bad storms.
Moody got a hailstorm. Did you see
Really?
that?
No, I
Yes.
didn't.
Rocks of hail. I guess it was about the size of a quarter.
Wow.
And then over in Roebuck, Pinson, and Trussville, I saw something this morning that said it was confirmed or a tornado.
Oh, really?
But James Spann had said this morning they're still looking into it and trying to assess exactly what it was. He says in all likelihood it was probably a weak tornado or what they call a gustnado.
Yeah.
Either way, it caused some significant damage out in that area. And a lot of folks were like, did our sirens not work? And we don't really do that anymore.
Well, they do it if it's confirmed, like they put out a tornado warning, but the warning means there is someone's seen a tornado or it's on the radar. But these like gustados or these little weak ones, they'll form within minutes, maybe do a little damage and then disappear before anybody can have time to even activate sirens.
And see, that one that came through in 2011, it started in Moody. They said, there was a big thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm coming through Moody. Well, the next thing I know, no sooner does he get that out of his mouth, and we hear the roar.
Right.
The lights went out, and then all of a sudden, stuff started hitting the house, and the kids are screaming. We're running in the bathtub, and
Right.
it was a tornado. It tore up Shoal Creek. It tore up a lot of stuff. That was 2 days worth of
I remember that,
Tuscaloosa,
yeah.
and then down into Shoal Creek.
And
We
we're
had
getting
some
into that
big
time of year
tornadoes.
again.
Yeah.
That's what's scary. The only thing I love living in the South, except the the heat of July and August can be kind of rough. But tornadoes are one thing that I just don't like. And all my life I've had to either, cover them for the radio stations or I've been in them, but they've been around and they make me nervous. And like you said, sometimes they'll form so quickly that there's no time, a hurricane, is coming.
Yeah.
You can tell if it's going to be a severe thunderstorm coming. But like with sometimes the guesswork about ice and snow and the guesswork about tornadoes is sometimes very iffy because they are dynamic and they can form so unexpectedly and quickly that there is no time to warn people, at least when it first hits. Then it's there and they can start, they see it. But boy, I don't like tornadoes at all. I've always been a little frightened of them.
I have too.
I've been around them and seen them. Raymond and I, when we were kids, had one go right over our heads. We were out in a area we'd gone to play in a field, and we're going home when the storm came up, and that's back when they didn't have any idea.
Right.
And we literally had one go right over our heads. We looked right up into it. It didn't touch the ground. It was a funnel cloud that was coming down, but it didn't actually touch the ground, and it went right over us.
Yeah, you saw this one. People had pictures of it. I mean, it wasn't huge. It was kind of small comparatively, but they still do a lot of damage. And Centerpoint got hit two times really bad within like a year or two time, and it tore a lot of that up. And some of that stuff that I grew up with is gone. Neighborhoods just leveled out, and I mean, it doesn't even. Some of those neighbors don't even look the same. They're like completely different. But yeah, look, some businesses got some significant damage too. So, and that's the thing. See, St. Clair County, they were kind of going away from the sirens. They were going to the weather radios, wanting you to go and get those weather radios.
Well, that is smart.
And I was getting the EMA alerts on it would text me and it would email me and call me. I'd get all three. I haven't had an alert since I don't remember when.
I had a weather radio and
area.
It went bad. I'd had it for years, a couple of years, and I guess it was one of those that you can either solar power it or wind it or put batteries in it. And something went wrong. It just got to where it didn't work no matter what you did. And I tried changing the batteries. That didn't help. So I think it just fried. But I need to get another one. And that's, have we already had that weekend where you have tax-free? I think it's already come and gone. But, they sometimes will bring up in the spring and the fall, spring, where you can buy anything that has to do with weather-related emergencies, and it's tax-free or low tax.
I want to say that was last weekend or the weekend before.
I think it was, yeah. And I meant to get me a new weather radio, NOAA weather radio, and I didn't. So I'm going to have to get one.
Yeah.
Because I need one.
There was a couple of times when there was some severe weather in my area, and that thing would go off. Of course, it scared me to death. Now, the storm woke me up last night.
Yeah.
I woke up, the thunder was so loud, and hubby didn't budge. He didn't move. I woke up, my eyes popped open, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. I struggled because it was thundering, and I don't know. I just get nervous, and I had seen yesterday where they had tornadoes and stuff, and I thought, well, is that what we're gonna get tonight when we're sleeping? And so it kind of scared me a little bit. But
my wife will come in there and wake me up to say, "Why aren't you up?" And I said, well, "It's 3 a.m. Why would I be up?" And she goes, "It's storming." I said, "Go back to bed. Go to sleep."
Ricky just sent me a thing. It says the last tornado warning for Jefferson County, Alabama was on February 17th, 2022.
What?
Since then, they've gone to the weather radios.
Really?
Yeah, I know St. Clair doesn't do that. They don't have the sirens anymore.
Well, it is inefficient, the sirens are. I mean, because you got to have either so many that you cover everybody or just the people, it's not as efficient as going out to every phone or every radio, that kind of thing.
And you can go to any local EMA office, and most of them have the weather radios in stock on hand.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They'll just give you one if you want one.
Really? I'm
their
going to check.
grant.
How many other radios has Baden gotten if they're free?
I don't know. He'll get them for free and try to sell them.
Yeah, well, he'll get them. Yeah, if they were, he'd get them at low cost.
All right.
He's a bargain hunter.
It is 7:45. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about that possible ban on attire.
Really? I want to hear about this.
At a popular airport.
Really?
One I have to travel to frequently.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. I can't wait to hear about this.
Yeah. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back. So it's kind
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Need care fast? Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it.
We are back. The time is 7:48. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill. Dollar Bill, I noticed you have on a shirt that says who you are.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's a 102.5 the bull. Well, it didn't say the bull. It just
This is
says 102.5.
102.5, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. You know, it's sad. I'm going through all this stuff that I'm going to put in, and I've got radio station shirts. It's embarrassing to say this, but I've got some that go back 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a radio station I worked at in Tuscaloosa in the 70s, or I found a T-shirt from the radio station I worked at in Florence, Alabama, in the mid 70s, and I don't want to throw them away. Because I've got an array. I've got jackets from ZZK, from the
Got 'em all.
Bull.
Yeah.
I got ERC. It's crazy. So I don't know. That's that thing where I give them to charity? Do I sell it at the yard sale, or do I keep it?
Let me tell you what you do with it.
What I do with it?
You get the ones that pick out the ones that mean the most to you, that are a representative from each station that you've been out that you have.
Okay.
You get those shadow boxes, and you put those in the shadow boxes and hang them into your man cave whenever you get your
That's
man
a
cave
good
going.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a,
along with some of your memorable photos that mean a lot to you.
I got
You
so
could
many.
you could get just little frames or whatever, or you could make a collage out of them.
That's true.
And hang them throughout your, along with any awards you've won that you can hang on the wall. And just make that kind of your man cave memorabilia.
My ego wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could have
Well,
ego wall.
It's funny.
That's it. I like it.
I was looking through albums to bring y'all some, down here to the station, and a thing fell out. A picture fell out, and it says to Bill, which it didn't say Dollar Bill. It was
Just
to Bill.
To Bill.
And it was signed by Winona and her mother,
Naomi. Really?
And it's a picture of the Judds.
Yeah, so you got to keep
I'd
stuff like
forgotten-
that, especially now that she's passed on.
And that comes from, God, that was when they were brand new.
Because
So
it was 80s, 80s,
90s, I guess, early 90s maybe. I don't know. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, well, you're right. It was 80s.
It was 80s because I remember.
Wow.
I remember when they came out, and we were like, "Which one's the mom?"
I know she was. It was hard to tell because
"Which one's the
Winona was so much bigger than her mother, you know. That
Yeah.
and they both look young. I mean, they did. They were. Naomi was pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. Unfortunately, she struggled with mental health issues her
Yes.
whole life, and I guess, you know,
They finally beat her down.
it
She
did.
committed
She
suicide.
had gotten help, but I guess it just wasn't. It wasn't enough.
No.
We
and
have so
Winona's
much of that
kind of
going
crazy
on.
anyway. You know, she's out there.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know, her daughter keeps getting in trouble too.
Does she?
Yeah,
I didn't
she's
know
been
that.
arrested a few times.
Oh my God.
But all right, I told you we were going to talk about
oh
an
yeah,
airport.
a
So,
ban, huh?
Tampa International Airport, which that's where I fly in and out of when I go visit my sister.
Is that right?
Yes, they did a little joke, a little not serious thing about banning Crocs.
They're tired of people wearing Crocs shoes.
Yes. Well, then they did another post. Just I guess it was kind of tongue in cheek or whatever. They had gone Crocs free is what they
Crocless.
said.
Crocless.
They said now the madness stops today. The movement starts now. We've seen enough of people wearing pajamas on the plane.
I know, that's crazy.
And it says that they're trying to, I guess, in a funny way, encourage you not to be quite so comfortable on an airplane ride. But let me tell you, I'm kind of wearing PJs everywhere you go. I'm out on that, but I am in on comfort, and that is why this great invention called leggings and yoga pants really work for me, because you can wear like a long shirt or something and you can kind of casual it or dress it up a little bit and still be comfortable, and that's why I love them. Now
Mary banned me from
wear
wearing
the
my
mess
yoga
out of
pants.
those. She won't let you wear yours.
Mary will not let me wear yoga pants when we fly. I don't know why I'm being discriminated against. You know, there's this comedian, a guy that I forgot his name now. He's a Christian comedian, and he sings and he's very funny. But he's
Andy something, I think.
not Andy Andrews. There was one guy, there was Andy Andrews, but this guy, maybe Andy, something else, and he sings and plays. Funny guy. He has a song called Yoga Pants. And he's talking
Really?
about how when his wife was going out of town for 2 days and left him alone at home, he went in there and found her yoga pants and put them on. And it's funny as it can be. Let me.
It's Tim Hawkins. He is hilarious.
Yoga pants.
He says he said that song about yoga pants is probably the dumbest song he's ever written.
It's the funniest song
but,
he's ever
you know,
written.
It's truthful. He figures out why
Women love yoga
women love
pants so
yoga
much.
pants.
Yeah. It's funny. Anyway, yoga pants, I can see that in a girl. I can't see it with a dude. But here's the deal with me. I'm an old guy. When I was a kid, I remember my grandparents were going to go to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to go to Spain. This is back in the early or mid 60s. We were all made to wear a suit to go see them off at the airport. When you went flying back then, you wore a suit and tie. Men
was a
did.
fashion event.
Women wore fine dresses. You looked good going. And back then, you walked all the way out to the airplane and they went up the little stairs into the airplane, and you could stand out there and wave at them when they saw them in the windows. Then you had to go back so they could start up the engines and taxi out. But you could walk right up to the airplane to say goodbye to them and stuff. But no one got on an airplane that wasn't dressed pretty nice.
Yeah.
You might wear back then, I guess you could wear a collared, like polo style shirt and slacks.
That's what my dad wore whenever he
Right.
went off.
But it had to
for
be
the Navy.
nice.
He wore his
You
nice
dressed
clothes.
up to fly. Now, and I don't mind more comfort because they've taken all the fun out of flying anyway now. They
Right.
they pack you in, you're in little chairs next to too many people, and
Like
you're
this, and battling for the armrest.
right.
I mean,
So I
that's
do
no fun.
understand wanting to be comfortable. But let's face it, some people take it way too far.
They
And you
do.
end up, sitting next to somebody that's not only is dressed ridiculously casual, that almost is obscene, not obscene, but,
Kinda.
well, yeah,
I've
some of
seen
the
'em.
women, I've seen that.
Some of these, especially some of the young girls, they wear those pajama bottom shorts.
Yeah.
And their rear ends hanging out
Right.
of them, and I'm like, that's
It's like, why,
How
go
did your
flying in a
parents let you-
bikini. Yeah, go flying in the
parents let you walk
thong.
out like that?
But
I don't know.
also, sometimes there's been a problem with hygiene. You
Oh,
know,
yes.
some people don't actually
Oh.
even clean up to fly anymore, and boy, that's awful. So I just think that I'm kind of in that realm that let's at least have the decency. If you're going to fly, you're going to be stuffed into a metal tube right next to other people. You can be comfortable, but at least be respectfully comfortable and be clean.
Exactly.
Don't take your shoes and socks off and put your feet, you see people who, yeah, I mean, it's,
And here's the thing, I have actually seen that where people have taken their shoes and socks off, and then they're putting their feet
up on people's armrests and stuff.
That makes me want to go bam right there on their
I think
toes.
I think you
gotta
can
admit.
actually call the flight attendant over and say, they can't do this, and they've got to tell them to quit. And if they don't, they can throw them off the plane,
Yeah.
especially if they do it before you take off.
Yeah.
But people have lost a lot of civility. You see now all these, of course, you see videos of everything now because everybody's got a video camera in their hand,
Yes.
basically, or a camera. But it seems like there's been a rash since COVID, a rash of people being completely insane on an airplane, just having to be dragged off by the police, or flights having to actually do emergency landings just to get a disruptive passenger off. It's like a lot of people now go insane on an airplane
I
for
don't
some
know
reason.
what it is, but I see a lot
There's
of
a lot more incidents, it looks like to me, in airports, and I don't know if it's the stress, if it's all this stuff about having to go through all the crap you have to go. You have to get to an airport now. Used to be you could get to the airport 20 minutes before your flight. That was fine. Now it's 2.5 hours because you got all the stuff to go through for security, and you wait, and it can be very frustrating, and it can build people's tempers and all that because they're frustrated and
Well,
whatever.
Yeah, because like when I flew that one time and the flight got delayed because they were having computer issues and they shut everything down.
Right.
And I got stranded along with everybody else in the airport.
Right.
There was nowhere to sit, hardly anywhere to stand. You're in the whole airport, you're like shoulder to shoulder with somebody. Your phone's going dead. Tempers are short. You're ill.
Right.
Like I sat in the floor for 6 hours on a delay. Well, I was,
You weren't happy.
I was pretty salty about
Yeah,
where
well,
but
That's
you know,
human nature.
it
But
is.
that's always happened. That used to happen with trains and stuff. Bless you. That used to happen with trains.
yeah,
It's anything. But you just need to relax and let. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But we
You
have
can't do
gotten
anything
so
about
dependent
it.
now on things be working like they should that when they don't, it catches you off guard and boom.
yeah.
But these things about just people doing crazy things on airplanes. I guess there's
Acting
always
in-
been crazy people, but
And acting in just such a
crude, rough manner. Crazy.
I hate using the word crazy, but I don't even know what other word to use.
Crazy is the word.
Just lunacy, just pure. I mean, just mad. Everybody
Losing their
mad at
minds.
the whole world
Losing their
about-
minds.
Can't look at him. Here's the big thing right now is Well, I don't want to get it's 8 o'clock, so we're going to table this. We're going to talk some more about airports and airplanes.
Okay.
Because there's some stuff that has been happening on airplanes. I want to get your opinion and your view on it because I think it's a little controversial depending on which side your viewpoint
let's
is.
find out. That'd be good.
Yeah, all right. So y'all stay with us. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back.
Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have.
Is 8:03. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill here with you.
Good morning.
On this Friday, it's going to shape up to be a good-looking day, I think.
Yeah,
definitely going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about
Flying.
Airports and airplane, and I guess it boils down to just etiquette.
Yeah, that's right. Manners.
Yeah, manners and etiquette. So, let's say you are wanting to get a seat, and they're going to go to where it's assigned seats, but I guess you can swap with somebody if you want to or whatever.
Sometimes you can't because, they have a manifest. And this sounds, this is really the truth. Ominous, yeah. They need to know who's in what seat.
In case.
So if they crash, they know whose body was sitting there, whatever. It sounds.
It is,
you can't just go moving around in a lot of flights. Now, if it's a really empty flight, they don't really care that much. If you just, every now and then you'll get on a flight where there's only 30 people in the plane or whatever, and then you can have a double seat or whatever.
Now, sometimes I've gotten on a plane and they told me which seat, like they had it like in highlighted, like which seat I was, whether it was the aisle, the middle, or the window. But a lot of times, like I've been sitting next to the window and I've had somebody say, "Do you mind if I sit at the window? I get really kind of claustrophobic and I want to be able to look outside." I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
Me
one
neither.
way or the other. I can sit in the middle. I can sit on the end. It don't matter to me. I'm going to let you swap. But you got some people that like refuse and say, "No, I have to have it for me," or whatever.
Well,
and then that causes a little
well,
back
if it's
and
your
forth.
seat, the bottom line is you can ask if you can, if somebody, because there are situations where a husband and wife are not sitting together.
Exactly. That's what I was about to get to. Mm-hmm.
That one they get, or a parent and a child, or parents and a child. And so they will, that I think most people would say, yeah, no problem. Most people. So, because you want the parent and the child together, or the two couples together maybe. But yeah, you have, if it's your seat, you have a right to demand to stay in your seat, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of whether or not you're kind enough or don't care enough that you'll be willing to give it up. I mean,
and then you've got the old children on a flight.
By themselves?
Well, no, just with the parents.
And they're
They're
making noise.
crying. They're loud.
That's like a child in a restaurant. If a
what
baby can't...
What do you do? Because the baby can't help it.
No.
And the parent sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you can't soothe that child.
You can't.
No matter what you
and
do.
A lot
but
of
people getting mad at you is like, what are you doing?
Well, people forget that, and even adults have problems when you raise and lower your pressure in the cabin. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it'll really hurt your ears, and a baby doesn't know how to clear their ears, and they're hurting, and of course they're yelling and screaming or crying. It's about just like a child in church or a child in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. If they're an older child and they're just being rude and the parents aren't doing anything to stop it, then I see people getting angry.
Exactly. And they have the right
If
to
it's
be.
a poor mother or dad with a little baby that's just being fussy and can't, it may be irritating, but what in the world are they supposed to do? They have nowhere else to go. They're not supposed to get up out of there. Most of the time they tell you to stay in your seat buckled. Mm-hmm. You can't take them into the bathroom and just sit in there for the flight, mm-hmm. And that's not really fair. And babies have to fly. I mean, if you're going somewhere, it's not like they don't have a right to fly too just because they're a baby. Right. So I think people need to be, I think it's all judgmental about whether or not the parents are being responsible parents. That's, I think, what irritates people the most. And then there's some people that just are intolerant of children in the first place.
And then you've got some people that say, well, you knew the child was flying with you. You should have bought the seats next to each other. Well, it doesn't always work that way. No. Sometimes when you buy
if you have
the
an
tickets,
infant, you don't put an infant in a chair next to you. I mean, I'm talking about an infant. You got to hold the infant.
Right.
And again, I don't blame them for if they don't have to pay for a seat. I mean, that's an expense they may not can afford.
Well, and you've got some airlines that make you pay for the seat for the child. I don't really understand that, but you have some people that feel entitled. I want your seat, and my reason is good enough for me. It should be good enough for you. So give me your seat. And if you don't, I'm going to video you and blast you on social media and make you look like a mean person, a bad person because you didn't want to give up your seat. I mean,
well, here's the deal.
What do you do?
If you want that seat so bad, what's the difference in them wanting that seat so bad too? You want the window seat or an aisle seat, and you're making them feel bad for not giving their seat up to you. Why? They may feel just as passionate about being in that seat than you are.
Exactly.
That's crazy. If it's not your seat, it's not your seat. You can ask all day long. They are not obligated to say, sure. It's nice if they will, maybe, but if they don't, it's their right, not your right to upend them. So, yeah, I mean, I don't, and what reason would you have to be that passionate about? I mean, if you're claustrophobic, why are you flying? And if you're flying and you have to have a window seat, why didn't you make sure you had a window seat when you bought the ticket? Because you can sometimes nowadays, if you buy your ticket, especially ahead of time, you can designate your seat. You go online, they'll show you the cabin, they'll show you what seats are available, and you can put an X in that seat and buy that seat.
But they don't want to put the extra expense on there, so they take a chance,
Well,
hoping that they'll get somebody who,
Well, then you don't. Yeah.
feels for them.
That's
or whatever.
right. Well,
Now-
that's gambling. If you want to gamble, that's you. But when you gamble, you can
Yeah.
lose just as easy as you can win.
Exactly. Now, on a different topic, we go back to storms and stuff. I saw this morning. Somebody just went on a whole rant about the number of businesses that flood Facebook after a storm. We can help you get trees off your house. We can help you clean up your yard. If you've got damage, we'll help you come and XYZ, whether it's put the new window in, whatever damage you have. And she was upset because she feels like they are kind of like an ambulance chaser, taking advantage of people's misfortune. But I don't see anything wrong with them doing that, because when they're advertising, you need them because you've had some misfortune anyway.
Right.
And
If your windows are blown out of your house, how do you know who fixes windows?
Right.
You have to ask friends, have you ever used somebody that windows or whatever? Well, the advertising, that's what it's for. We fix windows, and if you have damage, call us. Now, the scammers,
that's
you
when
hate
it really
that.
comes out.
But that's where you got to do your due diligence. If you see an ad for a company that rebuilds roofs houses or puts in windows or whatever, you need to then check out their credentials.
Exactly.
They may they have the perfect right to say, we'll fix your windows. Now, if there's scammers, you got to figure that out.
Yeah, and you can go on Google reviews, go on the Better
Oh, yeah.
Business Bureau.
Nowadays,
look
there's-
and see how long they've been in business. How long have
And
they
their
been. Check out,
reviews.
check all that stuff out. Because I tell you, that a lot of folks do that. They are like, oh, here's our chance, let's go. But and then you've got so many people that have damage. Not everybody can get to all the work, so
Right.
you have to have enough businesses out there offering it, because not one or two businesses can't do it for everybody.
Right. Well, and there are, they know, like after hurricanes, and, a hurricane has a huge swath of damage. It's, a tornado might just be where its path might be a half a mile or a mile wide, and it's terrible in that mile, but then people around it are fine. Hurricanes can wipe out hundreds of miles of homes.
Exactly.
They say that right after a hurricane, all these guys come in there with pickup trucks and vans claiming to be able to fix their roof and all that stuff. And a lot of them are scammers. Some of them aren't even scammers because they're trying to be. They just are inept people who can't really do the job, but they see the opportunity to make some money and to do a job. But they may try their best, but they aren't good at it, But there are scammers too, people that go to disaster areas just to take advantage of people.
Once you
And
give them a
that's
big old cash deposit, and then they never
right,
show
then
up
they just
again.
never come back. So you got to be careful. I mean, it's buyer beware. Caveat emptor, Latin for buyer beware. And so anytime you do any business with someone, caveat emptor, buyer beware. It's up to you to check their credentials and get the guarantees and all that sort of stuff. Because there are people out there that will burn you.
Yes, especially with social media now.
Oh.
It's easy to do it. Like, there's a lady, I got this story here from South Carolina. Her name is Pamela Brooke Scrantz. She has been arrested for the 12th time for taking people's money and not delivering the goods. So she did like an online boutique, and people would send her money for the items, and then she would never send it.
to
She
them.
would just keep the money.
Yeah. Entrepreneur. Baden. Do not buy an album online from Baden.
He says,
Entrepreneur. Oh,
that is
God.
so
I
wrong
love
on
it.
every
That
level.
is funny.
Baden's over there shaking his head. Entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
entrepreneur. Yeah, moneymaker. Here's what I don't understand. If she's been caught and she's been arrested 12 times, why is she's not in jail? Because you
think
got to
she keeps
figure at
bonding
some
out.
point the money of whatever if it's a $30 dress, but you do it 50 times, now you're in money that you're talking about felony. So why isn't she in jail? Why isn't she
Good question.
or under parole or something?
Here's the thing. She's got 12 completely different mugshots too. Like completely different. Her hair's different every time. It's
Really?
Like, yes. It's a crazy story, but she's in trouble. I don't know exactly what they're planning on doing here, but this is like, she was arrested 12 different times, but the amount of people that she
there's no
defrauded is
telling.
a ton.
Yeah. You think that's got to be a felony. She should be in jail. Of course, I hope, I got to warn her, do not sell anything to Mary because Mary will come after you with a baseball bat. And you won't be worried about getting arrested. You'll be worried about getting dead. She'll beat the fire out of you.
She does not play, does she?
She don't play.
You're not taking advantage of Mary
She don't.
Lawson.
That's why she's getting 2 packages today for her birthday and 2 tomorrow.
Speaking of her
Excuse
birthday,
me.
Monday you wanted to go by Market 22. They were closed on Mondays, but they're not closed today. You can go by there and get her fillets for her. So
I will. I'm so glad you said that.
Yes, because it's going to be beautiful
Yes.
tomorrow and Sunday.
That's right.
Grilling out, not panning.
We got fillets. I got her 2 fillets from Market 22 on Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
She just sat and told 2 different people yesterday about Market 22 and the fillets. She told Kathy Hitt while we were in their store, and then we ran into somebody. Oh, I think it was when I was at physical therapy. She ran into somebody and told them how great that you didn't even need a knife. You could put the fork on it and it just about cut those fillets.
Do you ever do like your vegetables on the grill? Like sometimes I'll do like mushrooms and onions and put a little butter and a little bit of dill sauce on them, and then I'll also cut up like zucchini and squash and onions and.
How do you put them on the grill?
You put them in foil. You make a little, I guess, a foil pocket, if you will.
I bought one of those.
Sometimes you can get those pans. You can just get a
I was going to say, I
full
actually
pan
bought this thing it's like looks like a tennis racket almost, but it opens up and it's got a grid. It's wire, so it's pretty much open, but it'll even hold like zucchini and squash.
You can get those
onion.
For fish because fish tends to fall apart. So you keeps
and I use that to actually, grill the vegetables or sear them rather than put them in like butter or whatever. Put them in foil where they stay soft and mushy. This actually grills them, especially the
so
big
they stay a little bit almost
a little crispy on
crispy,
the dry. Oh yeah, I love doing that. This,
so
I'm glad
good.
you told me because I'll be honest with you, I had not thought of that, but you have just saved my marriage.
Yes, I believe I did. All right, it's 8:18. We're
You're
a
an
little
entrepreneur
late.
and didn't know it.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, Lord have mercy. A lot of drinks now, the cans are shaped like any other normal drink.
Right.
And you can get them mixed up. We'll tell you about something that happened in Georgia.
I think I know what's coming.
Oh, yeah. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Need care fast? Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
We are back. The time is 8:21. You're listening.
Muy bueno.
Here on Piper
Very
Beach
good.
Radio. I'm telling you, we'd be in so much trouble if these conversations ever left this studio.
Between the breaks, yeah, we talked everything from death and dying to all kind of stuff.
I know that's why it's called Morning Mayhem, because we're all over the place with it.
I love it.
So I saw this story and I didn't save it. I did it again. I thought I saw. Oh, here we go. I did save it. So in Georgia, a young boy took his lunch to school,
Okay.
and it had a sandwich, Doritos,
Yeah.
another dessert, and what he thought was lemonade.
Uh-oh. Was it Mike's Hard Lemonade?
It was lemon drop martini lemon drink that was, I guess, either looked like it or was close by the other stuff in the fridge. And the police are there. We're like, look, why are we getting reports of juice boxes sitting next to Cutwater margaritas? I mean, what is happening here?
Well, these cans now, we're used to this being a soft drink can. But now, with all these energy drinks and many of the alcoholic drinks, and now the new thing, is the drinks that have the THC or the marijuana or the hemp in it, they're made to look like what I used to call Red Bull style. They're usually smaller around and taller, but
the
that can
slim
be
cans.
that can be regular lemonade now. That can be regular tea, not sweet tea or something.
Yep.
But it can also be like the Mike's Hard Teas, which has alcohol in them.
Yes.
It can be beer. It can be seltzer.
It could be anything.
Seltzer looks just like the lemonades
Well,
and
they
stuff.
have the Celsius drinks, which are kind of like they're just
They're like power drinks.
power drinks, but
energy.
they're in the slim can. And if
Right.
you don't know better, it just looks like a lemonade in a can.
Right.
This is what the police department
Oh, what'd they say?
put on their Facebook. This is not Capri Sun. This is not even apple juice. That is a whole parent had a long night starter pack. Now little Johnny done pulled up to the third period talking about who wants fruit snacks, knowing good and well he got a lemon drop martini in the zipper pocket.
Did he know it was a martini,
I
or
don't
did he
know.
think he had?
I don't know. But they go on to say if it says 12% ABV, it does not belong next to a PB&J.
That's
Check
funny.
the
12% alcohol.
Check the lunchbox for the Fulton County Schools police resource officers got to do inventory at recess.
Wow. You know, that's they're having a problem now with gummies because a lot of kids, their moms will pack them, put in there for just a snack or a dessert. They'll throw in gummies. Gummy bears, gummy worms.
Sure.
Candy.
Love them.
Great stuff. But now that doesn't look any different than gummy bears that have THC and marijuana in them or hemp.
Exactly.
And so they're having a devil of a time making sure the kids aren't getting high, and sometimes the kids don't even know it. When the little kids, they're just grabbing what they think is a snack. And oh my God, can you imagine? Of course, high school kids, they know what they're doing. So
oh sure.
Yeah.
Well, this is the elementary students here, and but I do still get how it happens, but especially if you let the kids kind of get their own drink. Grab you a drink. What did you? I didn't get your drink. Grab your drink out of the fridge. Probably is what happened if I had to guess.
Sure.
They're not paying attention. They're just looking at the design on
Right.
there.
The color and the design. They're just going to grab
that
something.
means lemonade. So put it in the.
Well, and some of these things are lemonade seltzer with alcohol, and
Here's the
you got to
thing,
really
though.
pay attention.
I wonder how they knew to check that lunch bag.
Oh, I guarantee you that somebody probably saw him. A teacher or somebody saw it
And said,
and called the resource officer or something.
Hey
Yeah,
now, hey now.
we got a child here that's drinking. Got a thing to drink.
Imagine getting that call while you're at work.
I know. Well, that's you get that call and it's your kid and they got it out of your refrigerator. You're the one that's in trouble, really,
Exactly.
for having it excess. Of course, my parents had alcohol all over the house. They both drank. And
Yep, mine too.
we were told, don't touch it. That's adults only. And my dad caught me even messing around, looking at it. I got in trouble. Of course, later in years when I was in high school, he didn't know. Well, I think he probably did know. I would be drinking his bourbon, but I would fill it up with water. I'd pull out this much bourbon and then put that much water back in it. And his drinks were getting weaker and weaker and lighter. And he never said anything to me, but I'm sure he knew.
I cannot confirm or deny whether I did or
Oh,
did
I'll
not do
confirm it.
something like
I did
that.
it. I kids will do almost anything if they can get away with it. And I tried and I got away with it.
Which is why when my kids were growing up, guess what we didn't have in the house?
No alcohol.
No alcohol.
Right.
We weren't taking chances. If it was in the house, it's because they snuck it in
Yeah.
somehow.
My
But,
dad and mom,
yeah.
they had it because they had friends that they had parties and stuff. They just believed that if the kids touched it, it's on the kids and they were going to whoop our tails. I mean, we were told don't touch it. But I think when we got up into high school, they got a little lax about worrying about
Well,
it.
mine did. Let me tell you what mine did. You're not gonna believe it, and I'm almost embarrassed to even say this now because there's no way I would do this for my kids. There's no way. It did not happen at my house. But Sun Country wine coolers were a real popular thing back in the 80s. So by the time I got to be about 16, my parents were buying me the Sun Country wine coolers and saying, if you're going to drink, you're going to drink here.
Oh well,
Which is
that's
not good.
Good, but it's not. It is pragmatic because they know if you're gonna sneak out and drink, you're gonna do it probably out in your car, in a car, or out away from the house, which is really dangerous. Maybe it's better to. I can see the argument that it's better to do it under supervision. Wine Country coolers were low alcohol. It's not like you're drinking vodka, bourbon, or gin or rum. You're drinking a lighter, like a seltzer or beer, and they can watch you, and you're not out riding around. So
Right.
I don't know. I can see both sides of that. If you keep alcohol in the house.
Well,
My parents did not. I was told don't drink.
right.
And then there were a few times I got caught, and I paid the price for that. But I think my dad kind of knew I was sneaking stuff here and there, and he would just monitor whether or not I was just being crazy. They never saw me really drunk or anything like that till I was in college.
Yeah.
And then they saw me drunk a few times,
Well,
but they
now-
didn't like that either. But I was over 21. There wasn't much they were disappointed, but what are they going to do?
I went to the arcade one night with some friends, and
Did you get a little tipsy?
I might have. Back then, Hams was real popular. It was cheap. I think it was
Ham's beer?
like $2 a
yeah,
six-pack.
that's like red, white, and blue or whatever.
You stick a straw in it, and I mean that was the whole point. It was not because it tasted good.
No,
it was
you
'cause
just try and
wanted,
get it in
you wanted
you.
that buzz.
Right.
And I did not get rid of the buzz before my dad came and got me. And
You could tell.
oh, he was livid.
Yep.
I paid the price for it. I got 6 weeks of groundation.
There you go.
No
Well,
phone.
Yep.
No TV. They did let me keep my stereo because it was in my room. But I wasn't allowed to talk on the phone. I could not go anywhere. I could not have company.
Yeah.
Could not watch the TV. I had to sit in my room. And so what I did was after school, I'd do my homework, and I wrote. Back then you passed notes left and right.
Right. Yeah.
So I'd sit and write 5-page notes to my friends and stuff. Well, they loved that, by the way. You like getting those notes all folded up and it's like this thick.
Yeah, but you're trying to make it tiny, but
Yeah.
it's thick.
Yeah. So,
Stupid. It'd be easier if you just folded it in half or a quarter and handed it, but no, you wanted it tiny but thick.
and
And then you can't read it when you open it up because it's all crinkled up bad.
yeah, and I would, of course, I was wishing evil things upon my parents for grounding
course
me
you
for
were.
something that I shouldn't have been doing to start
Right.
with, and so that was, that's what we did. Weekends, I was, got to clean house for my mother. She used my grounding as a way to get that house spotless.
That's not bad. Grounding means cheap labor.
It did at my house anyway.
Oh, listen, I forgot to mention tonight down in Randolph, Alabama, I'm going to be calling bingo. They're having their big bingo night at
Really?
Randolph Elementary School tonight. And let me tell you, I've been doing it for like
They must have a lot of good prizes.
20-something years. I've seen it grow. Now, the prizes are amazing at that bingo. I remember when we first started, we do it in the cafeteria / auditorium, whatever, it's that multi-use big room. They have great food. They got chili dogs and hot dogs and nachos and all kind of great food. So if you want to come down like at 5-something, and you can eat dinner basically there, and that helps the school. But then they have bingo. And I saw it go when we first started doing it. There might be 60, 100 people there. Now there's like 250, 300. I mean, their prizes are amazing. I think every bingo game, the prizes are well worth over $100. I mean, some of them are worth
wow.
200, 300, 400. Big they package them, for the bunch of stuff. Amazing stuff. It's a great bingo night. It's a lot of fun. Mary and I do the bingo calling. I do the bingo calling, but I've gotten where my eyes are so bad now.
Can't
Mary's
really
my
see the
seeing eye bingo dog. She tells me the number and I announce it, because I can't see that little tiny balls. I'm like, flashlight, magnifying glass, so she'll do it for me. But we have a great time, and we've been doing it for Randolph Elementary School over 20 years, on it most of the time, because I know I've been doing it that long, and that is one of the finest little schools to be kind of out in the middle of nowhere like Randolph is, kind of by itself out there. That little elementary school is phenomenal. The teachers, the principal, everybody are so dedicated to those kids, and it's a great program. I've always been so impressed with Randolph Elementary School. So if you get a chance, you're in the area, you want to go play some bingo, tonight's the night.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Bert Tippett. He used to be the host of our morning nugget on our gospel station. I hope
very
you're
good.
doing well. Bert had to have some surgery, so
Oh,
I hope you're
Bert.
recovering well. It's good to hear from you. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Coosa River Keepers, we've had them on with us a little bit. They help kind of manage the lakes and stuff
Try to
in
keep
the
it
area.
clean
keep it
up and all that stuff.
Well, they're helping a community out, so we're going to talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The time is 8:37. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill here with you
Good
on
morning.
this Friday.
It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's going to
Yes.
clear up and be nice and warm, toasty, friendly.
I'm very, very excited
Me
about the
too.
weekend. I saw this story, and of course, I do it every time. I see the story.
And
I
then
read
don't
the
save
story,
it?
but I forget to save
Yeah.
the story. So I've got to look it up, which is bad radio. But Coosa River Keepers, they're an organization, they're a nonprofit who help keep our lakes and
Yeah.
streams clean.
On the
And
Coosa River.
they make sure that not only do they get cleaned up from doing lake cleanup with getting the debris and trash
Right.
out of the lakes, but they also monitor it for E. coli and other things like that.
Right. Make sure the water's clean or safe, and when it isn't, they
Right.
can give announcements about what to avoid if it. Because let's face it, I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that gets into our rivers, especially in the heat of summer, and the bacteria can really thrive. We have times when there are parts of the rivers and the lakes that you really shouldn't swim in.
Right.
Because they've got
Exactly.
E. coli or some other bacteria. It's natural with the way humans are, but anyway.
Yeah, there is a community, local community that is protesting a quarry that is supposed to be coming to their community, and the Coosa River Keepers got involved to help fight that because of the
pollution
problems
from the,
that it would cause for the. This is in Kellyton. Do y'all know where that is?
Kellyton.
Kellyton.
I don't know Kellyton.
It says the Kellyton community continues to fight against a rock quarry from coming to town. And the facility would be built just off Highway 280 on Hicks Road. And it would kind of be right on near some land that a family has owned for 4 decades. So they're trying not to have that there. And the community is saying that we don't want the vibrations with my brick house, with the quarry coming in there. It's going to tear up homes.
They'll blow dynamite and all that stuff.
It would probably, if I had to guess, not be good for the roads or, anything else around there.
Well, all right, you think about a quarry. First of all, they're going to start digging and all that. So you're going to have big equipment moving around, making a lot of noise, doing up dust. Then you've got, if they blast, you've got the blast waves that are shaking houses around. Then whatever they're digging up, they've got to move. So then you got heavy equipment and lots more traffic with trucks and equipment and stuff moving around. So yeah, the roads are going to pay for that. Then a lot of those quarries, they come up with water that has been messed up because of the groundwater. Then where does that get pumped to, or what does it do for the groundwater?
Right.
And then it causes some places to have sinkholes. So yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
And
there's a lot of things that can go wrong with having a quarry, although we need the quarries. I mean, let's face it, you got to have the limestone, you got to have the whatever they're quarrying or digging out. It's necessary for for whatever the business is. But come on, everybody wants progress, but not in their neighborhood.
Right.
But you got to watch it too, because you have heard some of these terrible stories of how much damage some companies do to the infrastructure and to the rivers and streams around them. So I know that there's a concern, especially since there's not one there now. It's one thing if there's been a quarry there for years, you just got to maintenance, make sure they're doing the right thing EPA wise, Environmental Protection Agency wise. But now they want to create a brand new quarry. Boy, that is tough, I think.
Exactly. Which is why the Coosa River Keeper stepped in. And Justin Overton, she's kind of the face of the Coosa River Keepers. She knows a lot about, fighting large companies that pollute the streams and the waterways. She knows how to help halt and put restrictions on these quarries, which is what she's helping them do, because this particular quarry would discharge into the Tallapoosa River.
Yeah, see, that's what's scary.
And she is a resident of Coosa County and has had a lot of experience fighting quarries just from that. And really, they're having these town meetings and stuff like that to kind of help get the community involved and help, push this so that if the quarry comes, it's going to have a lot of restrictions on it, which is what they're hoping.
The business people think that's bad, but I think most citizens think it's a good thing to put restrictions like that on, because in the past, when there were no restrictions, there was a lot of abuse.
Right.
Because it's cheaper to be abusive than it is to have to clean stuff up. And so you got to put these restrictions on to force them to do what's right, because it's more expensive.
Exactly.
So
and that's the thing, is that you've got what is right and what's better over, people want to put profit in front of that, money in front of it.
These restrictions reduce profit and increase overhead. So that's a bad thing for a business.
Right.
No business wants to reduce their profits and increase their overheads.
Exactly.
But the right thing is the right thing. So I don't know. I can see both sides of that in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I believe in moderation. You can be too restrictive, and you can also be too lax. So
That's
I think
true.
just be right there in the middle. You're
be in the
okay.
middle. Yep.
Everybody's happy with that.
All right, it's 8:44. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Instagram. They've come up with something new for their social media platform I think it's going to benefit a lot of folks.
Really?
So, yeah, it's actually
I'm
a very
on
good
Instagram.
thing. So we'll talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Need care fast? Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
We are back. The time is 8:48. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here with you. I stand corrected. I got to make a correction. The boat show that's happening
Right, out at
Grand River.
Grand Rivers.
Mark Hildebrandt from Wood Surfside Marina, he sent me that info and has been running some advertisements to help promote that.
Yeah.
I guess I mistakenly thought that he was the one putting this show on. I thought this was his.
Right.
I guess it's not his. He's just someone who is, I guess, going to have some
Supporting it and
boats
have
and
boats there.
supporting it and things like that. So it has been brought to my attention. The show is owned by Jonathan Burton, I believe. And Mr. Hildebrandt Mark is one of the 3 directors of the corporation.
Very good.
So he never said to me that he owned it or anything of the sort. I thought that he was the one
putting it on. Right, but
because he's the one that sent me the info, so I thought he was the one that put it on. So I certainly don't want to get anyone in any trouble or cause any friction or anything like that, but they're still going to have the boat show.
Yeah,
it's still going to be a good one.
It's all for publicity.
Yep.
It's all to tell you that the boat show's going on this weekend out at the shops at Grand River, and so enjoy. I love boat shows.
Yeah.
I love camper and shows and boat shows because I love seeing the new boats and campers and all the new stuff. It's wonderful.
I do too. I just go in there with
I can't afford them.
I call it window shopping because I'm not ever going to get to do them, but I do like to see the innovation that they come up with, especially in campers.
Right.
Because, I mean, some of these campers have another level.
Oh, they're like Taj Mahals on wheels.
You press that button and the
everything
the insert
opens up.
comes out.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's just like, it's literally, you get them. I know, like Pastor Mayo and his wife Deborah, they have like 2 bedrooms in theirs. There's like, and
some
it's
of
like
these
a fireplace
campers
and a big kitchen, a full size bathroom.
I was going to say some of them are a lot nicer than my home is.
Yeah, and they put those inserts, hook it to the back of the vehicle, and
off they
honey,
go.
I'm going to wherever we're gonna
live
we'll
like
see
a
y'all
king
when we get back. Yeah,
and the
love
boats
it.
are the same way. You know, used to be, boats didn't change much, and now, oh my God, there's so much innovation in boating, and they're faster, safer, more fancy. You got all kind of. Used to be you just had fishing boats, bass boats, and flat bottom boats, and maybe runabouts. Now they've got all these specialty boats like the wake boats, and it's amazing. And the engines and the motors that go in these things sometimes are amazing. Now they're the big thing is coming around is electric boats, just like electric cars. Now they're starting to come out with these electric boats. Just amazing.
And Mark and I guess his family, they kind of created, I know they did this one, the one that they do in Pell City, which is Lake Fest.
Yeah.
That Jerry Wood started that. It was for a foundation that he started, and they give a lot back to the community during Lake Fest. But theirs is the largest on the water show.
Yeah,
because
that's amazing.
They have boats that are actually right there
in the lake,
water.
In
and
the lake.
You can test drive them.
Yeah,
and I just think
so
that's really cool too. But
and by the way, I think they said Amherst is a big sponsor of the.
They are over there. They're a huge sponsor of all that kind of stuff. They're really good to do
They're
that.
A credit union.
That is going to be at the Shops of Grand River. It starts today and it goes on through Sunday. So please go by there and check out that boat show. You might just walk away with a boat.
Yeah, well, I may go check that out this weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm
I
so
like,
jazzed
plus,
now.
Mary wants to go to the shops at Grand River and shop the outlet stores.
Well, they have a antique flea mall.
Yeah, they got all that out there.
Some kind of Irondale Pickers or something like that there.
Mary and Jeanette.
I always go in there.
Mary and Jeanette love that place.
I know they do.
Love it.
So before we went to break, I told you that Instagram has something that they're going to start doing, and I think this is such a great thing because this particular topic, we see it daily in our nation now, and that is teen suicide.
Oh yeah.
And not even teen. We're getting kids as young as 10, 11, and 12 that are doing that.
And a lot of it's from bullying and stuff.
Yes. Well, Instagram has now going to start alerting parents if teens or young people repeatedly search for self-harm content.
Excellent. Excellent. That is a good thing.
That is amazing. And I mean, I'm trying to see how the feature, it will give parents who are enrolled in its parental supervision tool, which I recommend you all do that. You need to know what your children are up to. And if their child makes repeated searches in a short time frame, they will offer expert resources about how to talk with their teens about it as well. So,
that is wonderful.
And that's going to start rolling out in the next couple of weeks in the U.S., Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom, with more countries later this year.
Wow.
I think that is amazing and wonderful.
I think it is too. And suicide, no matter whether it's teen suicide, which is on the increase incredibly, suicide by service people, the people who are in our armed services, has increased greatly. And then just suicide in general is just a horrible, horrible situation, because you feel for the people who are suffering with suicidal tendencies or depression, but that really affects the people that love or care for them even more and long lived, because someone kills themselves, their pain is then over. Although they've lost, their life is gone, they're not hurt anymore. The people around them that loved them and feel responsible will never lose that. They will carry that to the end of their lives, the guilt and the feeling they should have done something or could have done something.
Yep.
I took a course in that, and I was a suicide counselor
Yeah, you
for
told me
years.
that before. I think that's amazing.
Well, I had to give it up because it was I
weighing on
was
you.
carrying too much up with me. Yeah, but I got to tell you, if you or anybody you know is even right now thinking, or if you're thinking or feeling bad about yourself and you need some help, 988. You call it right now. That's the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. And they have people who are waiting to talk to you, that want to help you, that want to, because, you know, the old saying that suicide is the permanent solution to a temporary problem is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And when you get in a depression mode, especially a severe one, you can't see down the road.
Right.
It's all right there in front of you, and you feel like you're looking at a massive brick wall that you cannot penetrate. And the truth is, it's all temporary. That if you can get through that, you know, I read an incredible story about people who tend to jump off of bridges to kill themselves, and you know, some survive. They may like the Golden Gate Bridge. A lot of people try to jump off it, and it's usually fatal because of the distance you fall before you hit the water, and then the water's hard and cold. Like cement,
concrete.
and then
Yeah,
of course
concrete.
it's also cold. And anyway, the ones that have survived, almost 100% of those people that survived that attempt at suicide will tell you the moment their hands left the railing when they jumped over, they felt regret, and they said,
They were
"I'm
already
making a
committed.
mistake." And so I just hope anybody watching or listening to us right now, if you or anybody you know is battling depression, or especially if they're looking at self-harm or trying to kill themselves, 988 is the number to call, or just seek somebody to talk to. Don't suffer alone. You don't have to be alone. And a lot of that depression is because you feel alone and isolated. Don't do it. We got resources for that.
We do. We actually have a sponsor of the morning show, Central Alabama Wellness. They have a lot of resources. You can reach out to them, and they will. If you're going through something and you don't know where to turn, I can tell you can turn to Central Alabama Wellness, and they will get you in.
They're right here in Clinton.
They're so affiliated with Chilton County and Shelby County. They're Central Alabama, actually, so I think Jefferson County too. So please reach out. They have plenty of volunteers there and folks on staff that can help you get in the direction that you need, get you someone to talk to.
Yeah, don't suffer alone.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about, mental health, is that there's still a stigma attached to it. That just must be something wrong with you if you're depressed, or if you have those thoughts. And I think sometimes when you get just to a point that you're in this dark place you can't get out of, it's only natural for your thoughts to get that direction.
Yeah,
it just is. But
everybody
if it's
needs
an obsessive thing where you are actively researching ways to do it, that's a call for help. We need to get you some help.
Well, I'm glad they're doing that on Instagram, because, I think when you're really young, you don't have that knowledge that there's not always forever. And, suicide for a young person is just so tragic, because it is fixable for most people. So,
and once you do that, if you're successful, it's final.
It's done.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't
Permanent solution.
You don't get a second
to a temporary
chance.
problem.
So, All right, it is 8:59. That's going to about do it for us on this Friday morning. We
Perfect timing.
Yes, we appreciate everybody for watching and listening this morning. And again, I want to make a correction. Apparently, I alluded to Mark at Wood Surfside Marina owning the boat show. He does not, and I did not mean to infer that. I just thought he was the one that was putting it on.
Yes, no big deal.
But he is not. He is just one of the people helping do it.
Yeah, well, he's doing it. He's
Jonathan
there.
Burton is the one that owns the rights for the show. But it is going to be this weekend, starting today, tomorrow, and then Sunday as well at Shops of Grand River in Lee's. It looks like, from what I've seen from pictures from last year, it's huge.
Yeah,
like
big.
There's boats everywhere.
That's great. And the weather's going to be phenomenal this weekend. I mean, it's clearing now, going to be beautiful this afternoon and tonight. And then Saturday and Sunday, great time for a boat show or anything outdoors.
Yep. All right, y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy this beautiful weather. Go by Market 22. Pick you up some seafood or some steaks or some chops to grill out.
I'm getting 2 fillets for my wife's birthday tomorrow.
And happy birthday, Mary, tomorrow. I hope she has a wonderful day. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching and listening to Morning Mayhem here on Papa Pete's Radio.